to Sew Very Easy. My name is Laura, and do you know the name Melissa Gilbert? How about Laura Ingalls? Well, if you can put those two names together, you are fully aware of Melissa is Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. Now, Laura has been a prairie girl for a long time. So long, she has started a company called Modern Prairie. And in that company, she has also developed a fabric line with Riley Blake. So Melissa has been working with Riley Blake to come out with a beautiful line of fabric called A Walk on the Prairie. It has this beautiful vintage look to it. And the project that I am making is this table runner. Now there are a few ways that you can make this table runner. You can get this gift set with this beautiful box and all of the fabric inside. Or you can get the pattern free on its own from Riley Blake. And I'll put a link in the description if you want to follow along with this pattern. The name of the fabric is A Walk on the Prairie, and the pattern name is Down the Garden Path. So I'm going to take time and I'm going to cut all of my pieces, label them, and get them ready to go. The table runner has 3 blocks in it. Now the blocks are the same, they just have different fabrics, so they're going to be sewn together in the same way. And we're going to start by sewing some long strips together. We're going to sew D and H together, and these are that long width of fabric. So we're going to have 3 long strip sets. Then we're going to be able to cut them apart. But there is a little trick on pressing before we cut them apart. So here are these long strips of fabric that are sewn together. Often what will happen is when you start on one side and sew those layers together, when you come to the end, they do not match up. The reason is what your machine is doing. The machine is pulling the fabric along the bottom, but the top fabric's just sort of going along for the ride. So the fabrics are not going in at the same time. It's just the nature of how a sewing machine works. To prevent that, you could put a couple of pins in, and that just makes sure that that top fabric is going along the same as the bottom. And that will prevent that little space in the bottom, and it will also help prevent the fabric from bowing. Once these are stitched together, it is important that we press them in this way before we open them up. And a straight surface is really going to help with that. So on my wool mat, I do have a straight edge. You can draw a line on your ironing board with a permanent marker, or even something that is going to wash out or iron out. But what we want to do is press the strip of fabric against a straight edge. So if it's off a little bit, we're going to be able to force that into that straight line. And then we're going to iron that so that edge is right along the straight edge. And it doesn't matter what side. Now you can pick this up and press it in however form that you like to press it in. Then I'm going to press this to the dark side. So I'm going to put the dark side on the top, give it one more press, and that way that seam is heated, and then open it up with my hand, and I'm going to sort of iron it with my hand. You can pull that right back to that straight surface to keep it straight. I know that hand pressing is an extra step, but it really can make a big difference. We now have 3 strip sets with that D and H. We are going to cut the strip set so we have 12 pieces that are going to measure 3.5 inches. And then we are going to make 40 pieces cut at 2 inches. We're going to be able to put the 3.5 inch cuts aside and take those 2-inch cuts and make a 4 patch. And those seams are going in opposite directions, so they're going to nestle together and stitch together. Now that we have our 20 little blocks done, we're going to do the same thing with those other strips. Now that we're finished that little 4 patch, we're going to be able to put the center together of the 3 blocks. The 3 blocks have the same center. It's the outside that changes it. So we're going to take one of those small blocks from each of the pile, along with that darker 4 patch and that 3.5 inch strip. So if we lay those 3 pieces down, take 3 of those little strips and put them on each side. And I do like to put them all in proper order. And that way I can see what I'm working with. The 4 patches are going to go in the corner. And that same floral print that we have here will be facing inside. We are now going to make some half square triangles. We're going to need that pile of the soft white blocks and our 3 larger prints. So we're going to take 1 print block, match the right sides together, and draw a line from corner to corner. We do need to stitch on each side of that drawn line. The directions do have a stitch, a 1/4 inch seam. Now I would recommend a very scant 1/4 inch. The half square triangles are going to be 3.5 inches when we're done. And doing that scant 1/4 inch is going to give us just a little bit to trim up. We can take those half square triangles now and sew them onto the solid squares. We do want to match them, and we're going to place them so that the light part is beside this square. So all of these are going to match together. We now have 4 of these units. Take 2 aside, and on these we're going to add the 4 patches. So the lighter sides are going to match up. So we have those lights together on both sides. And the dark triangles and dark squares are going to match up. And we will have 8 of these left over. We now are going to be able to coordinate these and sew them together. We just need to make sure that the widest white parts are on the outside. So the 2 sides on, and then the 2 long sides, and do that to all 3 of the blocks, and we're going to have the blocks done. Our 3 pretty blocks are now all done. Those dark squares all point into the center. We're going to have 3 blocks with sashing in between. So that gray floral will go in the center and the other 2 on each side. And then we're going to sew sashing on each end. We're going to have 4 pieces of sashing to build this 1 row together. We are so close to being done. We have rows of sashing that we're going to put on, but on each side we get to add our little 4 patches. So we're going to sew those on each end, make the long strip, put it on the top and the bottom, and it's going to be done. The one thing we need to keep in mind is when we are sewing these strips together that we have those 4 patches going in opposite directions. We have 2 going in this direction and 2 going in this way on both of those rows. So when they all are together, we have a nice, big, finished table runner. The table runner is 21 inches by 57 inches. It is such a pretty one, and the great part about getting that box set is it comes with the binding. So I just need to sit down and quilt it. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to quilt it with yet, but I think an old-fashioned design would be in order. I'll put some links in the description so you can check that out. And thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and I do have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a Sewtacular day. Bye for now.